What's up, guys? Today we got a Honda Civic 2008 1.8 liter engine, and we're gonna replace the front brake pads, and I'm gonna show you how exactly to do the whole job. I do got brake pads over here. So this is the guy who sells me the part. I didn't know what engine size it was, so he sent me two different brake pads, and we're gonna see which one fit on this vehicle, and we're gonna replace the front brake pads, and the process applies to the opposite side. I'm gonna show you one side. It's the same thing for both sides. So let's get this job going. It's time to go up in the air. Oh yeah. Things are not easy, but they are not bad either. But anyways, let's take the wheels off next. This way, this way, this way. One, two, three, four, and five. Let's leave it right there. Woo! See the brake pads? They're down to zero almost. So let's take off this little guy right there. All right, my friends. If you leave the keys in the ignition, you should be able to turn the whole spindle, and then this thing is looking right at you. And you're gonna need a number 12 socket, 3/8 drive, ratchet, and we're gonna go counterclockwise. Most of the times when you do brakes, you don't need to take the second bolt from the top off, and this thing should simply just come right off, and you should be able to lift the whole caliper up just like that, and pull off your brake pads. These are jammed up. Wow, we don't want that, right? We don't want brake pads to be jammed up in there. Don't like jammed up brake pads. Damn, woo! Let me get a hammer. That's how your brakes burn out. Holy cow. What the hell? Damn. Whatever that brand is, don't use it. Cross Quest. Cross Quest. That was a real quest right there. And we're gonna take this guy out. Same thing here. Bada bing, bada boom. Let me go get a brush. We're gonna clean this area off. Soft wire brush is gonna clean the surface really well. And we're gonna put new hardware kit. And what I like to do is clean the stuff around this boot on the caliper right there. Inspect the caliper. Looks pretty good. There's a small little cutaway. I'm gonna recommend him a new caliper. And but right now, we're gonna finish this job up just like that. All right, my friends, while we at it, let's compress this piston. A lot of times what I like to do is I like to put a little bit of lube around this, so let me go get something. All right, got my lube here, just a tiny bit, smack it on, and then you can take your finger and just move it all around. This is gonna keep the seal nice and smooth, this rubber boot nice and smooth. All right, that looks pretty good. Next, take your C-clamp compress tool and compress this guy. All right, use the old brake pad to put between the tool and the piston and squeeze, and there it goes. Should be nice and easy. Nice and easy. Nice puppy. Nice doggy. Perfect. Let's remove this little guy, right? And you always want to check these lighting pins so they have good greasing. That looks pretty good to me, so I'm not even going to touch it. Look better than good. And let's put this back into, all right? If you need to grease this up, just use a brake grease. Let me show you the brake. Make sure your rubber boot goes in. You could use this type of grease. Let me show you another one. This is better. I love this one. Silicone Grease. The part number on this is 10-4019. And the number below is right there, 888. It's not an 800 number, but there you go. Okay, now I'm gonna go get the parts. Okay, motorcycle driving by, but we got the part number here. All right, remember I told you there's two different brake pads the guy sent me, and I guess the 2.0 is bigger, so this is not a 2.0, and this one just looks funny. These brake pads just look real funny. I don't even like what's in that box. These might be it right here. So the part number on this, there you go. And I'm using Evolutions. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, oh God, everything is falling. The first box was completely wrong. I'm not even gonna show you, but those brake pads completely looked funny. So let's see if these brake pads fit in there. These are perfect, okay? They're perfect. We do need to put the hardware kit in. That's this guy right here, right? All right, a few things about this is, all right, it does come with a whole bunch, so you need to match something up, and you just push down on this. This guy goes in nicely and easily, and make sure it sits flush, okay? A lot of times it won't sit flush, and then you'll have a problem. So this one doesn't seem like this is correct right here. Yeah, this one's not correct. And the reason is, oh no, that is correct. They're the same size. The gap opening here. So why didn't it fit? Maybe I didn't have it right. There you go. All right, you're just gonna have to work with it. I like to hit these down a little bit, and that's how they become flush. Oh my God, this is wrong. Definitely wrong. So there's another set of it in there. We're gonna use that one. All right, those ones a little wider. Oh, perfect. That was with the one shot. All right, so this thing has to sit flush inside, and make sure it doesn't touch your disc or you'll hear a noise like that. So try to make sure nothing touches, and make sure everything is flush. You get this. All right, if you use the correct piece, it sits in pretty good. So this gap between here, there, and if you spin your disc, no noise. If it touches like that, you'll hear a noise. Anyways, perfect. Now time for us to put the brake pads in. All right, you always want to make sure this brake wear indicator sensor is on the inside brake pad and it's on the top, and this thing goes in very simple. And remember, we're not gonna force these brakes in. Remember how hard they was to take out. Those are locked in brake pads, and they're not gonna wear out good. So this is perfect. All right, I don't like the one on the back. Maybe sometimes you have to hit the hardware kit down. The back one didn't go in smoothly. Oh, there you go. Now it's better. Sometimes if it's not flush, just take a file the edges here, and that should make it go in nice and easy. Perfect. Now greasing. A little bit of grease here. A little bit of grease on the inner brake pad. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Your caliper comes down. Remember, if you remove this caliper completely, make sure your line is not twisted and turned. And this guy goes in. So what I'm gonna do here is, I'm gonna go get a torque spec. This is a 2008 1.8, and we're gonna torque this guy together. Got my torque wrench set to 25 foot-pound. So this bolt is 25 foot-pound. My rubber boot is sticking out. Make sure your rubber boot goes onto that sliding pin. And time for me to torque this guy. There you go. And the phone rings. Oh my god. So this is done. 25 foot-pound. And there you go. The torque wrench clicked. And thank you for watching, guys. And don't forget to subscribe and share and like. After this, test drive it, breaking the brake pads, and you're all good to go. And we're gonna torque it. And here goes the clickly clock. There you go. Alright, double check, triple check. After this, put on your tire. Make sure you torque your tire. And especially when you're doing discs, you're gonna bend your new discs. So torque your tires. They're usually like 80 foot-pound. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. If you got this Honda Civic 1.8 2008, you'll be all in good hands. Come down. And the last thing you're gonna do is you're gonna pump them brake pads. Make sure you pump the brake pad. Pump the brake pedal because it's gonna be soft. If you don't pump it, your car is not gonna stop. Pretty much, the caliper recompressed. It needs to retract back and grab onto those brake pads. Take it for test drive. Make sure everything is nice and good. And what you're gonna do is make sure you pump that brake pedal because it's gonna be soft. And then it's gonna get hard. And that's how it should be. After like 4 or 5 pumps, you're good. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.